Hello fellow guitarists and bassists, and today I wanted to speak with you about a huge misconception people still have about locking tuners, is the fact that they improve tuning stability. In fact, tuners, no matter how they are made, be they locking or not locking, they do not affect tuning stability directly, because for them to affect it, they need to be moving underneath the tension of the string, and they don't do. I never saw any tuner who had this type of problem. But the tuners can affect it indirectly, and that's where lockings come into place. Because you have the locking mechanism, you don't need to do any winds to keep the string in place, and that's what doesn't change tuning stability. For example, on this bass, I don't have locking tuners because they're simply not a thing for a bass, and you can see that I made a few winds. And the most important thing when you changing strings on a bass is to make every wind go below the previous one. Because if you won't do this, bass will not stay in tune. Why would you say? Because if the string lying basically on itself, it creates far more micro movements of the string, which basically when you interact with the string in any shape or form, it simply do not return to the original place. Be it because it doesn't lying on the body of the tuner, or because you moving a bit both the string and the piece that it's lying on. For example, when I did my first string change on the bass, I left one of the tuners where string were lying on itself, and it was terrible at staying in tune. Also, it changes a bit the angle on which it goes to the nut, which also affects tuning stability. So now you know that locking tuners do not affect tuning stability directly. If this video was useful, leave a like and hit subscribe for more.